Hi, I'm Arati. Welcome to my mini art supply haul. I got a lot of this for my birthday and I purchased the Odd Orange Sketchbooks myself. I also got a couple of Jackson's Art gift certificates and I haven't spent these yet. So there will be another art haul coming soon once I've decided what to get, probably some Tombow pens. There's also another digital one that my family sent me. So yeah. So that's going to be really exciting because I have been doing a no-buy year, which I've spoken about before, or a low-buy, and I've kept it pretty well. I've had to order a few things, and lately I've had to order a bunch of samples like these mugs, which I was doing florals, and cats, and some dogs for Christmas. So I have had to spend a little bit for my business lately, but mostly, as you can see here, I have kept up with my no-buy. I did nothing in January or February, purchased nothing, and then over March, April, May, and June, I've had to do a little bit of spending. But let's get on with the haul. Let me move this aside and we'll start first with the Odd Orange Sketchbooks. I've spoken before about the Odd Orange drawing sessions that I do, and these are the sketchbooks that Morgan of Odd Orange makes. They sell out really quickly, so even though I was on a no-buy, I decided to get them while they were in stock. They come beautifully packaged. There's the Odd Orange information for you. Comes with a little bookmark, which I'm using the old one in my notepad. And let's get them out. Look at that. I got two of them because I do run through them quite quickly. And since they sell out really fast, I decided to keep them in stock. So now let me open her beautiful packaging. I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to watch. Look at that! I ended up getting two sketchbooks. Morgan had the landscape sketchbooks in stock, so that's what I've got. And here are the lovely colors. They come with this beautiful belly band. And let's get that off. Lavender on the front, cream on the back, and then Odd Orange embossed on the spine. Now, because it's embossed on the spine, I could use it either way, I guess. And the end paper is this beautiful pattern. I really love her books because they lie really flat. And I really like the landscape format. If you remember, I've been using my Art Gecko sketchbook, which is much narrow, so I think this wider format will be really nice. So that's the first one, and then the second is this beautiful green. Oh my gosh, I love this one. This is not really my color, the orange, but because it was in combination with that, oh, it's this beautiful. These are pricey sketchbooks, but I think they're well worth it, and they're really a joy to work in. Really nice thick paper. I'll do a full video on them at some point. But yeah, this was my little birthday, well, early birthday treat to myself. They're from Odd Orange, in case you want to get some. Hashtag not sponsored. I just really love her stuff and do her online drawing sessions all the time. My sister gifted me the reverse coloring book. Not one, but three separate ones. They're all by Kendra Norton. And the concept behind them is that they already have color in them. So it's not outlines to color in, it's colors that you put outlines around. Now let me see if I can find a couple of pages that I've already done in here. It's kind of giving you a base look at it in any case. I think it was around here somewhere. Oh, there we go. I actually had to put the date because I couldn't tell. This was just colored page like this, and I've done all the little lines and dots and bits and patterns and added little fish in and everything. The thing about these coloring books is that there are absolutely no pressure. Even when I'm working in my sketchbook, at the back of my mind, there's the thought that maybe I'll make a product out of it, or maybe I'll show it, or there's always some purpose behind it. And this really takes the stress out of it. It's just like Zen doodling. It's really, really comforting. And I've been doing this in the evenings. I actually should put a little tab on the pages I've done because we've used similar colors. I can't really tell where I've done something and where I haven't. But yeah, I mean, each of the books is slightly different. This one has more shapes in it. This one has far more abstractness. And that one is organized by the seasons. But yeah, I'm really loving these. And I would highly recommend, like, see here, this is what you're meant to do on them. She's drawn the watercolor for you and you're just meant to use outline. I guess I could use black pen, but I kind of prefer to use colored pen with them. But yeah, very, very happy with these, and many thanks to my sister for those. Next, I got myself a few things from Jackson's Art. A couple of them I needed and other things I just wanted. So let me take them all out and we can have a little look at what I got. So first of all, I ended up getting an empty watercolor palette. This is the Jackson's own brand, empty metal watercolor box. It's got a little handle on the bottom to hold on to it, like so. You put your hand in, and then it opens out like that. And you can put in your watercolors in there. I guess you could put a third line in there if you put some magnets along the bottom. But these are mixing wells and palettes, and it's really convenient for when you want to go plein air and paint outside. I was meaning to make a plein air video, but the weather has not cooperated, so I guess that'll be next week or the week after. To go within that, I got some empty little containers. This is a half pan, which fits in like that. This gives way a little bit and it fits in. What I mean to put in here is my gouache, because I'm not a huge watercolor person. I do have watercolors, but I don't often use them. So some half pans and some full pans to go in there and put my gouache colors in. Now, it doesn't stick in here, but I would probably put a little bit of magnetic tape and stick them down inside. This whole pan does come off as well. So if you, there we go. So if you need to clean this, or if you want to put larger pans in here, you can do that as well. So for example, if you wanted to put maybe the Gansai Tambi paints, you could do that. But I prefer to have my little half pans in there with the full pans for colors that I use more often. I'll do a whole video when I fill this up, but I got 6 full pans and 6 half pans. I think that should be enough. And if not, I can always order some extras to put in here. But yeah, so that should be really, really nice to take with me whenever I'm going somewhere, or even if I'm sitting out in the garden and want to paint with it. Next, I got a new color of Tombow pen 027, and I just got this because I've been doing a lot of florals lately and I really needed it. So I've got here my Nina Cosford sketchbook. I have been drawing in this, and I will do a trying the Nina Cosford sketchbook video very soon. So this one is 027. It's a lovely olivey green. And I think that'll be really nice for when I'm doing florals. I also got some Promarkers from Winsor and Newton. I've heard that these are Lightfast, so that's why I wanted to get them. And it does have Permanence A written on it, and it says the pigment numbers as well. Now, I don't know a whole lot about pigments. There are way more videos on YouTube about that you should go watch, but I do pay attention to the permanence, which in this case is A. One of the reasons that I don't use Tombow pens in my final artwork is that they are not permanent, which is why I thought I'd get a few colors of these to try out. So this one is 599 Sap Green. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. It's not as bendy as the Tombow pens, and I don't know if you can see the brush tip is smaller and not as bendy, but it does have a good amount of color. Oh, it does have another side. Oh, it does have a bendy tip. Oh, now I'm happy. I don't know why I didn't realize that they were double-sided. It doesn't look double-sided. I guess it just looks like it has a pointy end, but I much prefer the brush tip. That's so nice. It actually feels like the Ecoline pen. Let me get that one. Hang on a minute. There's the Ecoline. Yeah, I think they're very comparable. Let's try the Ecoline there. Yes, very juicy. Very similar to the Ecoline. But again, the Ecoline is not Lightfast as far as I know. I don't think it has any information on there. No, it does not. So I don't think that's color fast, but this apparently is. So yeah, very excited about that. So that was Sap Green 599. Then I got 609 Sepia. 609. I got the colors that I thought would be most helpful because they are quite expensive. I didn't want to sort of waste by getting something I didn't like. But I definitely enjoy the juicier side of this. Oh my goodness, this is lovely. Did I say what it was? It's 322 Indigo. That's lovely. Oh my goodness, that is going to be a favorite color. I really like how it blends. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't go through. I should probably have checked that before I did it on a nice page. This was a drawing session that we did with Holly Surplus and I forgot what it is now, Support Dogs session. Oh, so good. This is actually fairly thin paper and it does not come through. And the last color I got was Cadmium Yellow Hue, which is number 109, I think. This is slightly different packaging. Is it different? This is a Promarker and that's a watercolor marker. I think they're slightly different. So that is 109. I had better check because if this is not color fast, oh my goodness, look at that lovely yellow. So nice. Let me just check that. Yep, permanence A. Okay, I guess it's just a different packaging. Watercolor marker versus Promarker watercolor. I'm not sure what the difference is. I'll have to find out. But look at the yellow. Oh my goodness, I love this. This is beautiful. Winsor and Newton, always a favorite. We'll come back to this in a minute because I'm not going to use them in this book. But I also decided to try the Derwent Lightfast. Loads of people have recommended these and I don't have any. So I decided to buy 2 of this and 2 of the Derwent Chromaflow. Now, if I like these, then I have my little handy dandy gift certificate that I haven't spent yet, a couple of them. And I will get some more of these and some more Tombows as well. So Derwent Lightfast, mustard. Oh, lovely. It's so creamy. They're very similar to the CaranD'Ache Luminance pencils. Actually, they kind of look similar too. But yeah, the creaminess is very similar to the CaranD'Ache Luminance. Nice. So that's mustard. And let's put that over here. And then the other one I got was Deep Rose. I tried to get colors that I don't already have in other color pencils because I do have quite a lot of color pencils. It has great pigment. Deep Rose. So nice. And then I've just noticed that these are much thinner and lighter than these. Have you noticed? Like, look at the thickness difference. Wonder why. The lead looks about the same though. I guess, Well, that's Deep Sea. Oh, it goes so well with the indigo. Deep Sea. And that's Chromaflow. Chromaflow. And the other one is Pickle. I just thought the name was so nice and it goes really well with 027. Kind of looks like Piccalilli as well. It really does. So that was Lightfast. Derwent Lightfast. And that's Derwent Chromaflow. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with these. Let me just quickly write down that so you know. Promarker. This is a really nice thick line as well. I think that would be really nice. Yeah, that's good. And the Tombow line is much thinner, look, in comparison. So I do like the thicker line, and this is so nice and juicy. And it has dried almost without any streaks in it. So nice. And this is, oops, wrong side. Winsor and Newton watercolor marker. I love that the permanence is A, so hopefully I'll be able to use these in final artwork and it won't fade. Okay, so let's put those aside for a minute here. And I'm going to put this sketchbook away. And let's come on to these. Now, in order to protect my nice white table, I'm going to put down a sheet of paper. I'm just going to use some nice yellow pastel paper. These were recommended by several people, including April of Monkey Mintaka. They are the CaranD'Ache Neopastels. I already have Neocolors, which are these ones, Neocolor 2s. But those are wax, and these ones are oil pastels. So I got a selection of colors, which I thought would be useful if I was to do a full picture. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors, and I'm going to swatch them and we'll see how they do. Now, I have for a long time been a fan of Sennelier oil pastels. I've used them for a very long time. I have a full set and I haven't done oil pastels in quite a while. So I will be doing a side-by-side like-for-like comparison. But for now, let's just swatch a couple of the Senneliers. Oh, they're so nice and smooth and creamy. Beautifully creamy. I just wanted to show you how creamy they are before we start off with a Neopastel. Oh, look how quickly they stain the table. That's why I've got this paper on here. And usually when I work with oil pastels, I spread newsprint over my table and then work on that. So let's quickly swatch these colors, shall we? If you want to know what paper I'm using, this is the Fabriano Tiziano pastel paper. I've had this for a very long time and it's got a whole bunch of colors in it. So this is the Neopastel white. You're probably not going to be able to see the white as much, even though this is cream paper. Let me lift it up and show you. It's pretty white. Not much else to say about the white, but it's pretty creamy. It is pretty creamy. In fact, let me extend that white a bit more. That's pretty good. Almost on par with those. I feel like those are slightly creamier. The next one is yellow. And they're a bit harder than the Sennelier, that's for sure. But we'll see how they blend. Then we've got olive yellow. Ooh, beautiful color. Very nice. And sapphire blue. Very nice, very nice. Grayish black. Olive noir, olive black. Let's do that here. And then raw umber, because you always need a dark brown for shadows. And a, you know, it's really hard to read the name on this. Carmine. Oh, beautiful. This is a bit softer than the others. And purple. Let's do a little bit here and see how some of these colors mix. Interesting. It mixes rather than going on top. Whereas if you see the Sennelier, if you put yellow on top of that, it's actually the same color. See, it sits on top rather than blending like that. I wonder how this works on top of this. Yep, that's really good. See how the Sennelier blends versus the Neopastel? But anyway, I will experiment with this a bit more. But what I also wanted to try was using my blending stumps and seeing how the colors meld. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. That's really nice. Let's wipe that off on the corner. Okay, they blend really nice. So you could put down a layer of this and use the blending stump to get a smoother fill. That works well. And then let's get a clean blending stump. And I wanted to see how the yellow and white do when blended. Oh, lovely. Look at that. I know a lot of people use Neocolors and Neopastels to create texture like this on top of mixed media work, but I think the beauty for me in pastels is the way that they blend like this and become so smooth. Let's see how this does with the blue. It does blend well, but I would say that it doesn't sit on top of the other color as much. It blends in. See, like the dark is taking over here on that one. Whereas maybe if I put some of the Sennelier on top. Do you see what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. Let's use one of the silicone tools to blend. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I must say the Sennelier is definitely softer, but I can see the merit of these if you were using Sennelier to, let's say, I don't know, draw something. Draw an orange or something like that. And then you wanted to mix and match colors. Add in that. And then add in some yellow. Add in a bit of red down here. And then use the blending stump to blend it all and get a nice clean edge. See, this is how you get a nice clean edge with pastels. You use a blending stump. It's almost like putting down watercolor pencil and then putting water over it. The equivalent in oil pastels. So yeah, let's use the little blending stump. Okay, so I think I need far more layers of the Neopastel in comparison to the... Sorry, I lost track of what I was saying there. In comparison to the Sennelier. And I'm working on pastel paper, which should be pretty standard for all oil pastels. So let's do that. Let's add a bit of white. I mean, I will do a full comparison, but this should give you a general idea. Let's wipe off that. Blend it in. And let's see, I've put a really rough pastel here, and this blending stump should really blend it in. So you can do quite a lot with a blending stump without using too much pastel. This is quite a smooth and soft blending stump. So if you want it to really blend, you should probably use the slightly harder blending stump. It kind of makes the pastel go a bit further. And you can also sort of sharpen these or peel it off as you choose. You do need a side bit of paper to keep sort of wiping it off. So yeah, maybe let's add a little bit of pink. Maybe a bit there and some more. And then, oopsies, I should have remembered which side of the blending stump to use for the right color. Oh well, I kind of have the right one now, but kind of like gouache, I can actually fix the pastel. Let me just get a scrapey thing. Well, I can't find my palette knife, but let's just use this. And I can just go scrapey, 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 and scrape off the excess pastel, and it comes off like that. And I can just kind of take another color and go over it and use the right stump this time. And a little bit more squishy, squishy, blending, and that's it. I kind of do like these pastels, I think. See, they blend really well. They're not as soft as the Sennelier, but I think I would use them. I have a lot of Sennelier. Here we are. This isn't my whole collection. I do have like a whole box, and I have these massive chunky ones. These are just the extra colors I bought. And I have a box set of 48 too. I'm very happy with those, very happy with all of these, and I'm quite excited to be working more with this stuff. I haven't done oil pastels in quite a while, so yeah. There's one last thing I did want to check. How do they go over the Sennelier? Oh, that's really nice. So I could get much more detailed line with these, and then I can, because Senneliers are more the sort of like bullet type tip, like this. And you can't get as fine a line, but with these I can get a really sharp line. Lovely. And then what happens if I use a blending stump? Ooh, okay, I can get a thicker line. Yeah, really nice. sharp lines. I don't really use mixed media on them, but maybe let's try the Chromaflow, shall we? Let's try it on this. Oh yeah, okay. It does work fairly well, and let's do some more Sennelier here for a bit. Oops, broke it. Yeah, okay. Works well on that. And then let's try the Lightfast. Yeah, okay. Works pretty well on that. Doesn't work as well on the darker colors. And it worked on the Sennelier, but not that much on the Neo color. Not bad though. I could use it. And then, just for funsies, maybe let's try the Promarker on this. Oh, it does work. Not bad, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. It's the ideal way to kind of spoil the tip, isn't it? So then, let's try the other CaranD'Ache, which is the Neocolor 2. It's wax. Oh yeah, it really doesn't work, does it? It's not even coming off anywhere. But anyway, the last thing I want to try is my graphite pencil. Excuse me a minute here while I rustle around in my pencil case and try and find it. Okay, so this is a Faber-Castell Pitt Graphite Matte Pen in 14B. It's one of my favorites. Oh, yeah. Goes really well on top of everything. I mean, I expected it to. It does work even over Neocolor 2s. So, yeah, I did expect it to work quite well on top of this. It's kind of my go-to pencil when I'm working with a difficult medium, when I want to draw on top. But also, let's try the Luminance pencil. Really doesn't work that well. I guess, oh well, it does kind of work in the Sennelier. I have used it on that before, but again, do I want to ruin this pencil by using it on that? Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!